We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
We got to continue on with the 50 Cent analysis. And by the way, when I was a massive 50 Cent fan in 2002, or even earlier than that, is when I really got like consumed with the G-Unit revolution, much like the rest of America. Never did I expect that 20 years later I would be helming a very important hip-hop podcast and still talking about 50 Cent as if he was still just as relevant as ever.
Well, he's crossed over.
Yeah.
You know, he's in TV land. I see him all where he's posting his liquor. You know, he's doing his thing. I even know this game. Look, that 50 Cent Meech shit he did.
Yeah.
Game even had to respond to that shit.
Yeah.
Laughing. He like, yo, did he really tell this dude what next season? Ninja?
I mean, okay, so let's do a little bit of analysis about that. So basically, wait, I don't know if we have the link to the thing about, okay. So basically, Rick Ross and Big Meech do an Instagram video together because Big Meech is doing this big ass concert, and I believe he was probably trying to create more interest in it. And so then 50 gets upset about that. Did 50 post anything, or did he just kind of unfollow Lil Meech?
Well, he posted a rat, said they call me Big Meech.
Yes, okay, right here. 50 Cent speaks on Big Meech. Yes, he posted a rat, and he wrote, the biggest mistake, it's probably right here, yeah. The biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cohen. Her tell-all documentary reveals the truth.
So now,
what he's
everything you've been hearing, guys like Blue Da Vinci,
okay,
guys like the Exposers, right? I got that paperwork in my phone. Now, she's the third-party cooperant. She's the one that Meech was using to line people up and cooperate with the feds.
Okay.
Right?
So this woman right here that Vlad interviewed 2 years ago,
that's Tanisha. What? That ain't her.
Oh, that's not Tammy. Okay, I was searching
Tammy's
Tammy.
fair
So
skin.
this is somebody else.
Yeah, there's a picture of her up. 50 Cent leaked a phone call.
Okay.
It's a phone call up.
Tammy.
50 and Tammy, phone call.
Do we have a picture of her?
Yes, definitely the cover. That's
this is
her.
Okay. She's looking a little lumpy, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, no, I don't think that's her right there. I think her.
You sure this isn't her?
No, that's her, but to the left,
right?
that was probably.
Oh, that one? Okay.
Yeah, that's probably more like her right now. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Let's do her some justice, even though she's a cooperant.
Okay. Tammy
So,
Cohen, whatever.
So, yeah, she's the third party cooperant.
Okay.
So, what 50's gonna do is like a surviving, how they did Surviving R. Kelly. He's gonna sit her down. Now, I'm gonna tell you what people are not thinking about. Yeah, we're gonna hear the Cuffy details. Shout out Cuffy, shout out to the Lou, bro, doing 27, right? But what's going to get scary is when she start to spill the beans on all the other stuff nobody knew, and you got a dude sitting in the feds, right, saying, what the fuck? That's how that happened? Because there's a lot of people that got this cooperant one or whatever the hell, right, they got in their paperwork, and they don't know who it is, so they took a deal, right? So when she sits there and talks about all these other situations that none of us knew about, but that person that's in jail or man just got out from doing 10 or 15 knows that's them, that's when it's gonna get spooky.
Okay.
Right then is when it's gonna get spooky.
So wait, you tell me if this is accurate. 50 Cent created this extremely popular TV series about BMF. It did very, very well. And then he decided to put out a documentary exposing Big Meech after multiple seasons of that show. And he did so just because Big Meech did this video with Rick Ross and got cool with Rick Ross.
Fact.
So this is a new decision, is that he's going to put out
brand new.
Wow.
See, this is how this works, right?
Yeah.
You hear us talk about it all the time, the exposures. Our war chest. Shout out BEATZ. He oversees our war chest, right?
Mm.
Shout out to the Crash House Squad. We have a lot of stuff on people, right?
Mm.
But we don't, if they ain't doing nothing to us, we not tripping,
Okay.
right? So what 50 did, whether the world want to respect it or not, right?
Uh-huh.
He cleaned BMF up, revamped it, breathed life into it, and exposed it on a platform that was a trillion times greater than what Big Meech did,
Right.
right? Rick Ross did it when he did a song, right? They call me Big Meech. You know, kids, who was this dude? He fell in 05, right?
Mm.
So now 50's like, I built this thing for them, right? It's just like Universal. It's just like cuts like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was super rich.
Mm.
He said, I want to buy the network. They told him, nah, Bill, you can't do that. Yeah, why? Because I'm a black man, I got the money. 40 year ago rapes pop up.
Mm.
Puffy, same thing. So 50 understands when you building somebody, sometimes they get cocky. Sometimes they want to act like they bigger than the program.
Mm.
So he'll keep his weapons there just in case he has to fight back. So because he built it, he already milked it, prostituted, got his bag already, right? Now what he's about to do is discredit it and burn it down. So guess what? Meech, Little Meech, Big Meech, you can't go do nothing with it. Matter of fact, now ain't nobody fucking with you anyway.
But okay, in your opinion, is Big Meech linking with Rick Ross? Is this such an obviously disrespectful thing towards 50 that he should have known better? Because I guess like it had to have crossed his mind, but also it's like, let's be real, we all kind of do business and with people that other people don't with.
Check this out.
I don't know, like I could think of a lot of like comparable situations in which like you wouldn't immediately want to cut me off just because I hung out with somebody that you beef with. Now, granted, you allow me that space because you know what I'm doing as a podcaster. I do a podcast with a redacted rapper from Northern California. You don't take it as a direct attack on you.
No. Do I think, listen, Big Meech wanted to get in the music business, was in it, but he never, got right. Do I think Big Meech, after doing 19 years in the feds, his name got bigger on a global level while he was incarcerated than it was when he was on the streets, right? Do I think he was thinking about this is gonna be that? No, I think Rick Ross wasn't a good friend because he knows 50 Cent's character and how he was gonna take it. Now, this is where I hold Meech accountable. He watched his brother Southwest T take a picture with a youngster, with Supreme's son, right? Supreme, Irv, they all tied together, and what 50 think was the whole situation that moved on him.
Right.
And he told Southwest T, I'm not fucking with you. You cut off, don't say nothing to me. So he saw what happened with his brother, right?
And that's the son
That's
of
the son of it. But maybe Meech was thinking, from what Little Meech said, now Lil Meech is a piece of shit.
Why you say that?
Right?
Why you say that?
Straight buster. And I'm going to tell you why 50 did him that way.
Okay.
Years ago, we all watched 50 have his little thing with his son, where every time we looked up, his son was around his ops.
Yeah.
50 kind of responded in a symbolic way in Power. He wrote a scene in where the guy that played his son, 50 Cent gunned him down for betraying him. Killed him, right? So when Little Meech texts 50, man, what's going on, man? I give you the shirt off my back. We know each other in real life. And Rick Ross, he's a bitch. And my dad only did that because Rick Ross gave him some money to help him pay his bills and, to what float us to our next season. 50 looked at this like, you just like my little punk ass son. This your daddy, boy. You supposed to stand with him. If you across your daddy, you'll really cross me. So guess what? You too. And he responds, what next season? Ninja?
Okay, let me read this text right here. So this is Lil Meech.
That's it.
They just told, this is 250 Cent. They just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram and now you managing Skillet Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you first, when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty in human, or I'm human. I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. Cross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until the next season starts. This internet shit is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. So there's a bunch of stuff that gets revealed in here. Number one, Big Meech is broke, which I didn't know that.
He just did 19 years.
Lil Meech is putting out information in text form to 50 Cent, someone who you really can't expect to keep that kind of shit to
50,
themselves.
This is why 50 is looking at Lil Meech like, you's a bitch ass little nigga.
Right.
Because you doing your dad like this.
But he's standing on business for his dad, acting like, you know, trying to
You're not standing on business, exposing his personal business. And then I want to know how it's going to go backstage at this concert when you back there playing like you your dad with a BMF chain and Rick Ross rolls through the backstage and the whole world watch you say F Ross.
That's what I'm saying. He basically just poisoned the well so that it's impossible for them to really do this concert with Ross fully embracing it unless he just like tucks his tail and Lil Meech kind of like skedaddles out of there when Ross comes through.
Because knowing Ross gonna be like, hey man, that's your son. I ain't tripping nothing the little nigga talking about. You the one I've been talking about.
But for sure, Ross is not going to want to be in the same backstage as Lil Meech after
He's
this.
not going to trip. Ross not going to trip.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Big Duck. Pretty sure Big Duck will be with him. That's the homie from Fruittown, Lil John G homie.
Yeah.
My G homie. So that's one of his head of security.
Big Duck is making sure Ross is good. I feel like we're more worried about what might happen to Lil Meech in this environment.
No, but see, Ross is going to look at Lil Meech the way we all look at Lil Meech. The same kid that was at the airport that said, it ain't my gun, it's his gun. I go to private school. Do you know who my dad is?
But when he says F Ross, don't you feel like that's kind of intended to say 250 that the opinion of Rick Ross is the opinion of our family?
No.
He kind of is speaking for his dad, don't you think?
No, he's not. Little Meech cannot speak for Big Meech. That little boy was a little bitty boy when his daddy went to jail. He ain't never experienced, seen nothing that they talked about. They had to tell him about it, and now he's playing the part. And what happens is you start to believe some shit that you really don't come from, right? I don't believe Ross is gonna hold that against Big Meech because he know when Big Meech left, he was a little nigga. He know that this ain't Big Meech feelings about it. Right? But it is going to make things a little uncomfortable. Me personally, if I was Big Meech, you know what I would do? Stay your little punk ass at home.
Yeah.
You sent that.
Yeah. That's probably the appropriate
And then
punishment.
I would let Ross know, hey, listen, homie.
I made him stay home.
Look, I'm making him stay home. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. It's all love.
And he had to go to bed with no supper.
Yeah, it's something like that, bro. Because Lil Meech ain't like that. We watched him. You remember at the airport?
I do remember.
Remember they found the guns? He told on everybody. I went to private school. You know what my daddy is? Fuck out of here.
Oh, what tangled webs we weave. Because, I mean, the fact that Lil Meech takes it as a given that there will be more money changing hands once the next season starts, and then 50 basically says, what next season? So there will be no further season, and I'm going to fuck up your relationship with Ross. I mean, shit. That's
Listen,
brutal.
Diabolical. If 50 would have responded to dude, if he'd have said, call me, and said, hey, check this out, this wrong man, bro. We can keep rocking. I was finna cancel this shit, but we don't need your dad anyway because you playing him. But you can't fuck with him. I'm going to book you a flight. If you land over here where I'm at, we're going to run around and do our shit the next couple weeks. It's all love. Other than that, you can stay over there with him and both y'all. I believe Lil Meech would have got on that plane.
This might be the thing that finally gets me to watch BMF.
It's a great series to watch. And if he would have got on that plane, when he landed, nobody would have been there to pick him up. Oof. No Tony Yayo, no 50, no nobody.
So, okay, Rick Ross responded to all this. Let's watch the video of him speaking on it.
Nigga took a picture with Rick Ross. You like a hoe, nigga. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
Hashtag hurt hoe. Okay, that was just that.
Now, one thing I gotta say about Ross. The nigga beard be on point.
It's very thick and full. But once you really start learning about beard dye,
his beard be on point.
There's gotta be some dye going on over there. Yeah?
This is what it is. I see these dudes dying and shit.
You don't bother to do that anymore?
Yeah.
You dye your beard occasionally?
Yeah, I use Just for Men dark brown. Black, I have you looking like Steve Harvey around the mouth. That's Supreme, son.
Who we interviewed. Shout out to Supreme's son. Let's listen to his reaction to 50 dissing Irv Gotti after his passing.
Some real shit. When has it ever became cool to talk about the dead or nigga that's in jail?
For the record, it's been cool for like 15 years.
But he's not from the streets.
The Chicago drill era made that shit cool. Let's be real.
That's what it is.
Or little kids. Like, what type of time niggas on? When has that ever was like a cool thing? Like, yeah, that nigga dead. Let me talk about him. Like, niggas not 17, 18, 19. Niggas is 40 and 50, bro. Why niggas talking about niggas that's in jail, niggas that's dead, niggas that's sick? Like, that's some... Nah, come on, man. Like, when are we gonna really draw the line? Like, is no line ever gonna be drawn? Like, niggas just do get away and do whatever they want to do, right? Because it's funny. Come on, bro. That's crazy, bro. So just know that we gonna have the same energy when niggas dying, when niggas is sick. Yeah, we gonna do all this. Yeah, all right, bet. This is what we gonna do. All right, bet. Say less.
I'm sure 50 is perfectly content to accept that he's gonna get made fun of by that when he dies. Yeah, what the f*** is he
But what you just said totally debunked everything you were saying.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it back.
If you know, if a nigga know, okay, well, I'm gonna get mine in.
Yeah.
Because everybody day is gonna come where you're gonna go before somebody who really doesn't care about you, right? Who really don't like you.
I mean, 50 was getting his revenge by laughing at Irv 20 years later because of something that happened a long ass time ago, and he's basically saying, okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do something that people are gonna consider, inappropriate or offensive in exchange for the thing that he did, which is already what happened. It is kind of crazy though how that Chicago drill mentality managed to trickle down to like a Gucci Mane or a 50 Cent, because we hadn't really seen that in hip hop prior, right?
I mean, the streets, the term "your dead homies," and whacking shit out on the walls, right? That's been around. I never forget when we was young. It was this dude named David Nickerson, and he claimed First Street East Coast, but he used to claim my neighborhood prior to. So he killed himself, right? And I remember me and my team, Pooh Rider, Lil J-Dog, Baby Bullet, Chico, went in the alley, and we, you kind of create the stick man that's falling, right? So we...
Like Hangman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we created that, and you hit the rest in piss, David Nickerson, right? We was young, but, when the hatred is there, that's what it is. Like, and not for nothing, he don't understand it, but who his father is and the reputation that his father has, right? People ain't hearing nothing he talking about because his pops got a serious rep. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people like, youngster, come on, man. Pops wasn't Jesse Jackson, my nigga.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
Yo, check it out. It's Clubhouse TV back with another breakdown, man. And you already know that we're talking about a name that's been making waves in the BMF saga. Tammy Cohen's word is she's been named as a third-party cooperant in the Big Meech case. But what does that really mean? Let's break it down for those who don't know. Tammy Cohen was a big, close associate of Big Meech and had a role in BMF Entertainment. She was even behind some of the business ventures that Meech was trying to legitimize. But now her name is coming up in legal documents and people are wondering, was she cooperating with the feds? Now here's where things get interesting. A third-party cooperant isn't necessarily a snitch in the traditional sense. It usually means someone provided information, willingly or not, that helped the government in their case. But the streets don't care about definitions. If your name is in paperwork, people start looking at you sideways. Now, Big Meech has always been respected for standing on business and not folding, even with all the years he's been hit with. But if it turns out that someone in his circle was feeding information, that changes things. The real question is, did this so-called cooperation affect Meech's sentence, or was it just minor details? Social media is already on fire with this. Some people say it's another case of folks jumping to conclusions without the full paperwork, while others believe it's just another example of how law enforcement gets close to their targets. But at the end of the day, one thing is for sure. This is another chapter in the BMF legacy that's far from over. So what do y'all think? Is Tammy Cohen really a third-party cooperant, or is all this being blown out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more breakdowns, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop fresh new content, and subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. As always, I certainly appreciate y'all for checking out Clubhouse TV, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all there. All right, y'all. Peace.